Welcome back, everybody. Well, South Africa's Vukuzenzele, Brazil's Ekoloidz and Mzito from Kenya are just some of the games that will headline the Game Mixer Showcase taking place at the Goethe-Institut in Parkwood in Johannesburg from Wednesday, the 22nd of November. Game developers from all over the African continent, plus Germany, Brazil and Indonesia will come together in Johannesburg for the whole week to exchange experiences and knowledge and to share ideas, to connect with Joburg's gaming scene. And to tell us more, we're joined by one of the Game Mixer initiators, Robin. A very good morning to you, Robin.
Good morning.
And welcome to the show. Great seeing to you too. Now, talk to us about the Game Mixer South Africa. What was the inspiration of getting all the gamers from all of the continent under one roof?
So the idea behind the Game Mixer is having a cultural exchange, but also having an exchange on eye level when it comes to like technology things. We've been doing the Games Mixer, or the Goethe-Institut rather. They've been doing it for quite some time now. This is the 4th edition, and before that we went to Indonesia and Brazil. And now we had the chance of taking these participants with us to South Africa. Before that, it was just a German delegation traveling to these countries and having the game mixers there. And now we have the exchange of all these different cultural backgrounds, and it's quite exciting. And every time I'm surprised how much things we do have in common that we didn't expect.
Take us through the activities that will be lined up for the next week.
So we started with a game camp, which is kind of a conference where we do talk about a lot of stuff that's more on the technical side of things, but also we talked about like the more of the higher beings of game development. Is there more sense behind it than just entertainment, and how can we justify making entertainment in times where people are maybe in need and we're applying for game funding, but it seems something that's more of entertainment and it doesn't provide a real value. And we talked about these kind of things, like that was very exciting. And the next days are going to be more things like we're going to go on a tour to Soweto. And I'm really looking forward to that. And we're going to do studio visits. So all the developers are coming to South African Johannesburg game development studios, and we're taking a look at what they're working on, how they're working, and what kind of teams they have. And
that should be interesting.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Now talk to me about the gaming scene in your birth country. How does it compare with the rest of the world?
We're a little behind, to be honest, but I see that there's a lot of young talent. So we've had some uprise, and now then it's a bit of stagnation. But now a lot of young talent. What prompts that stagnation? What do you think prompts it? I think we kind of missed out on the international market. We had like a very, it was a comfortable position for a lot of developers making games in Germany for German audience, but now the audience is international. Like also like the South African developers, they're not developing for like their hometowns. They're developing for an international audience, and that's something that's quite that's challenging. But I feel that a newer generation of game developers is rising up to the challenge, and they're doing quite a good job of finding their own voice and making great games.
Yeah, I understand there will also be the Vukuzenzele games from South Africa and the Mzito from Kenya.
Yeah. There's it's all part of this exhibition that's taking place in the Goethe-Institut on Wednesday, and it's a great opportunity to go there and not only see the games, but also meet the people who made the games. So you can talk to the people like, because why did they make this game, or what's the intention behind it? It's a very rare chance of talking to the artists, the creators behind these games. And and I'm really happy to see all this diverse lineup of games.
Now, and the interactions between the game developers and the ideas that will be exchanged between these creatives, talk us through that.
I think we're all in the process of finding our own voices in a way. So because we've been chasing this international market, I think a lot of the game developers kind of forgot about that they actually have to say something about their own country, about their own heritage. And I feel always when I'm in these contracts with all these other developers, and we're talking about the creative process and all the content we want to talk about in our games, everybody's discovering a little more what they want to say, and sometimes it's a bit it gets confused in this whole trying to make a game most appealing to an most general audience. And then you try to appeal to something that's maybe very abstract. So you go back to what do I want to talk about? What are my points of view, and what do I want to share with the world?
True. Now, from your own observations, what's the level of interest in South Africans, particularly on this gaming scene? Is there an interest in the adult population or the younger population?
I think it's mostly the younger population. a lot of adults, they don't know that they're kind of big on gaming because they play like on their mobile phones. They wouldn't ever consider themselves a gamer, but they actually are. Like a lot of people are playing like things like Candy Crush or whatever. That's a game that's very popular, and nobody playing it would consider themselves a gamer, but they actually are. And but I also see that a lot of the interest that, especially in South Africa, that we've been seeing is a lot of people like the social gaming aspect, like sitting in front. You don't want to sit alone in front of a TV and then play, but it's a group that enjoys the experience, and we're seeing that's a trend that we're also seeing in Germany. Most of it is covered by online games. But I feel here you have a lot of local multiplayer games. So a lot of people like sit on the couch, and as it's a very South African style, it's not 2 people sitting on a couch, but 8 that's what we've seen here, and I think that's something that's going to take off a little more even.
Okay, so just briefly, how do gamers attend the event?
You just drop by. There's no entrance fee. You can just come by and check out all the games and talk to the developers. It's in the Goethe-Institut. I believe it's in Parkwood. I don't know the exact address, but we're starting at 11 and it's going to last the whole day.
Yeah. You know, one person I'm certain will definitely be there is my colleague Pearl Shong, and she's on her phone right now playing Candy Crush.
I'm expecting that. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Robin.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
All right, Robin Kutsaruk is one of the Game Mixer initiators, speaking to us about the Game Mixer South Africa, where the game developers from all over the African continent, plus Germany, Brazil and Indonesia, will come together in Johannesburg for the whole week at the Goethe-Institut in Parkwood from Wednesday, the 22nd of November.